What's going on, guys? It's the Week 10 recap. Man, what a week it was. Everyone was just kind of subdued this week. Pretty mellow scores, except for John Wilson, 58% over projection. Just dominated. One of the highest scores of the season, man. Uh, Man, you should probably hold on to some of those points, spread them out throughout the season. It usually works out better that way. But holy cow, what a performance. Goes up to 6-4. Man, it's crowded at 6-4, I'll tell you that. What else happened? All right, I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. Dan beat me. Straight up. Pay that man. It hurts. It hurts really bad to admit that Dan beat me. Like he said, this was our Super Bowl. Um, Man, that's painful to just admit that. But he did. He beat me. It was close. 4 points. What are you gonna do? Bummer. Speaking of things that are painful, Zach beat squeaks by, I should say, Peter. Thanks to Peter's really poor coaching. But you know what? It's funny. You look at the weekly recap. It wasn't as bad as we thought, right, Pete? I mean, it, your coaching decisions weren't quite as bad. I mean, they would have won you, but if Zach also set a perfect lineup, then Pete still would have won or still would have lost. Um, but with that, I mean, Zach takes the lone spot, best record in the league by a game. No, by 2 games now, right? You're 8-2. Yeah, next up 6-4, so 2 games out. So Zach, I think has secured himself a spot in the playoffs, but I don't know because when you look, yeah, probably. I'm gonna say probably secured yourself a spot in the playoffs at this point. Um, 8-2 record, thanks to your second lowest points against on the season. That luck plays a big factor in this as well. What else? Let's see. Speaking, and that ends Peter's winning streak, unfortunately. Ends at 3 games. So hopefully Pete can pick that back up in order to make a playoff spot. Um, Speaking of streaks, Chet Casher breaks his 6-week losing streak with a win over Eric. So congrats to the Chet Casher team, the Ryan team. And in a very abysmal turnout, Adam scores the lowest points of any team this season with 60. So congrats, Adam, I think. Um, in league news, Zach, like I said, firmly on top with the second lowest points against. Lots of luck there. Congrats. Um, and then the rest of the field is crowded. We've got 4 more weeks left. Everyone's gunning for a playoff spot in those 4 weeks. It is going to be pretty tough for Don't Panic or Walking Deads to make the playoffs at 3-7, but it is possible. It definitely is possible. So don't give up hope yet. But for the rest of us, everyone is in the running. Who knows what's going to happen over the next 4 weeks? Our trade deadline is in 2 weeks. So if you're looking to bolster those rosters, you've got 2 weeks to do it. Speaking of trades, please respond to trades in a timely fashion. So take a look, see there's a little giant red icon that shows like if you have any trades pending. So take a look and please respond to them in a timely fashion. What we don't want is for a trade to get sent out there and 2 or 3 weeks later, someone stumbles upon it and accepts it, but that trade is no longer valid. So make sure you kind of take a look at those things. In NFL news, what do we got? CMC is back, so that's huge news for Zach. Didn't really do much this week, but hey, he's back. It also looks like Nico Collins might be coming back this week, so that's big. And I think Chris Olave might be quitting football. Probably smart for him, considering the concussion issues. Probably smart for a lot of players, considering their concussion issues. Um, Tua, I'm looking at you. This week in buys, we have the Buccaneers, we have the Cardinals, we have the Panthers, and we have the Giants. So no one really cares. Looking forward to week 11. I'm going up against Adam, who's trying to probably enact revenge off from this video, I'm sure. We've got two 6-4 teams, Cuddy Shark and Mad Max, going head to head. That's going to be a good matchup there to see who can get that extra win and get that much closer to the playoffs. Eric is got a tough game going up against Zach, who at this point is projected to have the highest score of the week. Um, the Walking Dead trying to get back on track against Chet Casher. Chet Casher trying to prove that this last week wasn't a fluke and that they're putting their losing days behind them. We've got the brotherhood battle. We've got Dan against Sam, the battle of the brother-in-laws. That's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for that. Whew. Let's see. Let's see what happens there. And then we've got Barrett going up against Willie. So fun games we got here. We'll see what happens. That Barrett Willie game is big because they're both bottom of the table, trying to make playoffs. So. We'll see what happens there. Other than that, nothing crazy going on. Make sure you get those waiver picks in this week, and we'll see you guys all later. Bye.